All right, everybody. So you may have heard by now that a WWE superstar has asked for his release, but today we are going to talk about some of the news surrounding his request and whether or not WWE approved it. We're going to talk about it right here on Destination PW.
You have arrived at your destination.
Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Tony. Guys, welcome back. Yes, we have some news. It's been a very interesting week, but I want to wait until things dialed down. And in all honesty, I'm not really sure what is going to happen here with this scenario. Now, if you guys haven't heard by now, Mike Bennett, aka Mike Kanellis, has asked for his release from WWE. And he actually had a very public statement, very similar to what we saw with Luke Harper. And this just happened a couple days ago. Now, normally I would have made like a breaking news video and talked about this scenario, but I really want to see what was going to actually happen because, as you guys know, Luke Harper wasn't released, even though he came out publicly and asked for his release. Now, this is exactly the same situation. Mike Kanellis wrote up a very nice statement, and in all honesty, nobody knows what's going to happen. But here is what we know so far, or what we think we know. According to multiple reports, it sounds like WWE has actually not released Mike Kanellis, and in fact, it looks like Mike Kanellis will be sitting on the sidelines until his contract is up. Now, whether that is officially confirmed by WWE, no one necessarily knows at this point, but one has to believe that is the case, as with many other WWE superstars who have asked for their release in the past. Now, Mike Kanellis said in his statement that he wanted to basically go out and spread his wings. Like, essentially, what he wants to go do is be a pro wrestler because he loves pro wrestling. And Mike Kanellis's, his whole release definitely took Twitter by storm because a lot of people, they had become very vocal about Mike Kanellis and him asking for his release. Because if you guys didn't know, he has asked for his release from WWE before. And situations like this are really difficult because when he asked for his release before, like 6 months later, he signed with the WWE again. He actually re-signed his contract with WWE. And it's been said that WWE was paying Mike Kanellis a lot of money. And it sounds like a lot of WWE superstars are getting the same treatment. And obviously this is all because, there's AEW and New Japan and everything like that. So it makes sense that WWE would try to keep their talent away from their competitors. But in today's day and age, it's really interesting because nobody knows how the landscape is going to change. Just because WWE can offer a lot of money doesn't mean the competitors can't. And I think, a lot of people have kind of had some negative feedback towards Mike Kanellis because it was rumored that Mike Kanellis had gone to rehab under WWE's pockets, like WWE had paid for this as soon as he went to WWE. And then, of course, Maria Kanellis being pregnant twice since being with WWE. So a lot of people have been going on Twitter and, they just have a really bad reaction to this because it sounds like Mike Kanellis is using WWE. Now, ideally, I don't know if those things have actually ever been confirmed, and I would guess it's probably more so internet gossip. But of course, I could understand why people might have some very strange reactions to those things, especially when those have been rumored for a while. So here's the thing. If Mike Kanellis has officially been released from WWE, where is he going to go? In 2019, the state of Ring of Honor is just not a place. It's not a place that people want to be. In all honesty, it's not. I know they're trying to make some nice contract offers, but if you're really trying to be on the product that gets the most eyes, WWE right now is the company that does that. And then the other two companies that do it very well is AEW and New Japan. So is Mike Kanellis looking to go to AEW? A lot of people are starting to think that, but ultimately, I don't think we're going to see him in AEW anytime soon. I think we're going to have to wait until his contract is up, and only time will tell. Now, Mike Kanellis had actually gone on Twitter, and when he made his statement, a lot of this had to do with the fact that he wasn't being used. He seems frustrated with the idea of not being used, but he has been used on WWE television. I think that's one other thing that a lot of people are kind of concerned about. But ultimately, we'll see what happens. I think Mike Kanellis is a good wrestler, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, especially in today's climate of wrestling, there are so many guys that you would put above him when it comes for the world title or mid-card titles. And because of that, you get lost in the shuffle. And this is a big problem that happens not only in WWE. WWE probably has this problem bigger than anybody else, but it does exist. It exists a lot of other places in wrestling. So, while I do like him, The only place that I see fitting for Mike Kanellis right now is going back to Impact and being the Miracle Mike Bennett. And I think that would be a really good start, especially with Impact moving to Access TV. I would just like that move a lot more. But of course, people are going to automatically point fingers to AEW, and I'm just not sure if that's the right fit. I feel like AEW needs more bigger guys, and we'll see what happens. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is your boy Tony. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Tango with Engo. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring the bell. This way you guys get notified on all the latest content right here on Destination PW.